Oh, this is too close. This is too close. Let's see if up, you, up.
Make it more like gray. It's an old potato.
Stupid thing needs to bend more. Okay, dokie. Time to say hello to my fellow YouTubers. Let's go back to YouTube. YouTube. Time to say hello.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You castrate a bull to make him peaceful and obedient. Yeah, have fun castrating a rhino.
It's sickly.
Ah, the unicorn argument.
Wrinkles on
Have fun
wrinkles.
rating a rhino.
How are the wrinkles on your face? Okay, so just need to copy and paste this to the different frames.
Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Let's get back, see if anyone's here. Is anyone? Hello? Is there anybody out there? Is there anyone home?
Here you go, Legend. This is your picture.
Hey, Mr. K. Hey, Starlaw. Hey, Nasser. Me every day. I'm gonna ignore YouTube. Gonna write. Also, me every day. Oh, Mike is streaming. Time to watch. Moving on up. Okay, Nasser comes because he wants to see me talk about injustice. So, I will introduce myself to all y'all, keeping y'all in hell, trying to keep, all y'all, keeping y'all in hell. I can't remember the words. Never mind. Thundero, hello. Harry Bergeron, hello. Where were we last time? We stopped about this far into it. Ugh, I hate that one. Let's get past these pages, get back to more of me and my art. Oh, here's that page that everybody like always complains about. Okay, so don't blame the artist. This is actually, I think, the redrawn version, but there was a version of this panel that's like super ugly face. And I remember when this happened because like I was in on the email thread. He was like complaining about the art that made it through because it was like some other really wonky inker or something. I don't remember exactly, but he was not happy that made it into the actual comic book. So anyways, this isn't all the secrets of oh, this is a section I didn't work a lot in. Wow, it's like 2 issues of not me, 3 issues of not me, and then me. Nope, 2 issues of not me. Okay. So yeah, I'm still at about a third. Mike S. Miller, the man with the plan. That is I. I do have plans. I have many plans. My daughter's shaking her head at me. So fun page. I think. Nick P. Nick P. Are you there? I believe this is the page Nick P has, if I remember correctly. So don't ask how he got it. It was a secret. But okay, this is more fun. This was fun. I don't know why it was so fun, but drawing Apocalypse and doing all the tiny little scritchety cityscape like giant planet thing. I liked doing that. And we get to see Darkseid for I think the only time in all of Injustice, but he was in the game, so they wanted to put him in there. Yes, always fun. Oh, look, a crowd. There's a crowd. You know who we'll probably see in this crowd, if I remember correctly? This was fun, like, reverse, like, hey, I'm Superman, but what he's doing is he's putting his clothes on instead of actually tearing them off, so. Darkseid the Optimist. There he is! In the crowd! Nobody! I also stuck in this crowd, if you can see here, Mika, well, the guys from Electronic Tigers, Ron, and Trent, and all them. So, It's funny, if you know Electronic Tigers and you're familiar with me always putting nobody in the crowd scenes. Right there. So, and then I stuck my editor, Jim. Why am I totally blanking on Jim's name? I worked for him for years. My editor, anyways, and then that's Tom Taylor, and there's me. And there's my daughter getting blown up. I'm just kidding, it's not me. It's just a random girl. La 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 la. And then, fun. Why are you shaking my table? You're making my camera go everywhere. Mike, did you work close with the other artists on the book? Did you model sheets? Did you get model sheets for all of the characters? We would email each other what we are doing because, we're trying to keep on point and consistent in reference and whatnot. But, not other than that, not terribly close. We jump from one scene to the other, so I think I was done first, so I had to I would scan this and I'd send it in and I'd CC Tom Dorenick here. I'd CC everybody. We'd do Tom Dorenick, we'd do Bruno Redondo, obviously Tom Taylor. All the artists that were involved, because we never knew who was going to have a following chapter or who had the previous chapter. It was just all moving so quickly that we were just trying to keep things consistent and light. So, all right, a few pages later, and bam, it's back to me again. After Superman has decided to just destroy. Actually, no, he decides that in a second here. This was fun. Let's see.
Just closes it.
Green Lantern. Green Lantern. And then this is Superman going one-on-one with, what's his face? I don't even remember about it right now. Kills him. Speeds up faster than time, which this always confuses me. They got this right in the movie, by the way. Sound doesn't travel fast enough. Reconnect. Is it reconnected now?
To the best.
That
was funny. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No.
Yes.
Okay.
My cousin is watching me in the same house. Just a black screen. I'm pretty sure Nasser did it too. That's the way he is, So anyways, what I was saying is, you can't stop. You can't stop and have a conversation in between, moments of a microsecond, because words require sound. Sound requires. Words require sound. They could have done sign language
or Morse code with their eyes.
Yeah, but they couldn't have communicated like this because sound takes time to travel.
Light takes time to travel too.
My butt takes time.
That has nothing to do with it. His light is fast enough that you could see something in the space between a second. This whole scene takes place probably within a second. But he has this whole conversation, makes no sense. But then again, neither does, Superman. Makes sense. Or the Flash. It's all make-believe, but, you gotta stay within certain rules of, physics, reality, whatever. So he flies around the entire planet in the span of a second, killing every single one of these parademons. I guess it's not important if they're operating within the Speed Force. Normal rules don't apply. That is incorrect. Superman does not use the Speed Force. Superman is just super fast. So, come up with another. It's cool regardless. I never even thought about it until I just looked at it right now. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. This wouldn't work. This was a fun, semi-irrelevant panel. Batwoman and Batman. I wish this was the right size. I could make a print out of it, but nah. Actually, one of the better Batman drawings, I think, out of this entire series. I liked this drawing for some reason. Clark, no, you've just saved the Earth. Good thinking. So yeah, you had all of them falling down in ash. It was a real, you know, Avengers moment. And once again, we have a crowd scene. And here I put Jim Chadwick. That was his name. I put Steve Caballero right there. I put my friend Oli there and his wife Kim. Jim Chadwick, Tom Taylor, me and my family. My wife's old tango instructor. Who else is back there? Anybody? Oh yeah, the Electronic Tigers crowd. And there, once again, is nobody. Because why not? Why wouldn't he be? Now you guys know to always search through all my stuff. And one issue. Oh, 2 issues. We're going 2 issues without me here. 2 issues without me. And then me again. And then we start and we see Superman blasting Wonder Woman with his heat vision. But let's save that for later. We don't have to go through this entire book. But for those who are new, for those who don't know, I am Mike S. Miller. That's my name right here. I have been the artist of Injustice, Gods Among Us, and Injustice 2 for nigh unto 5 years. And now we're moving on to work on my own project, available on Indiegogo, Lone Star Comics. Look at the description right down here. It's called LoneStarComic.com, or it's at LoneStarComic.com. Jiminy Cricket is putting the link in the description. And this is page 26 of 48 for the first story. Thought I would, I had been working on it off camera for a little bit, and thought I would jump on and scribble and bibble and scribble. Try to get some of this done.
You fix on your confounded words.
I'm really not going as quickly as maybe I should be going. What was that? Oh yeah, that was his knee pad. Ooh, the colorist is gonna have trouble with that a little bit. That's one thing, is like you have to like draw these little things inside of other little things, but the colorist may not quite grasp what you're doing, so they'll color things wrong. And if I don't remember when it comes time for color editing, art directing, color corrections, then I may forget that and it may slip through, but I will try to make a mental note. Try to make a mental note. Thank you. I'm glad you think it looks great. 9? What? I don't get it. What? Let me actually do a little. Oops, where's my? Here we go. Actually, I want to do a little darkening on the back of this barrel here. So, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to talk about unicorns? It seems a couple of people have noticed that we were having the biblical unicorn discussion. And posted Lost. What are you talking about? Is there a unicorn in Lost? I don't remember a unicorn in Lost.
I said loss.
A what?
Loss.
Lost what?
Ask your chat, I think they would know.
Loss. L-O-S-S?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with unicorns? Does anyone know what he's talking about? Loss and unicorns?
No, not the unicorn.
What are you talking about then?
What the hell? My comic.
Nobody reads your comic, Elijah.
Yeah. Do any of you guys read my comic?
Nobody reads your comic. Nope. See?
Oh, one guy. Just because.
Were there unicorns in Black Panther? I didn't see Black Panther, so I couldn't tell you. But, so the argument seems to be half of the people don't believe that unicorn is a appropriate translation for the biblical text. And some of us, myself included, believe that it is an appropriate translation for the biblical text. And a couple people posted videos about it on my Twitter today. one of which, not, and I don't think it's just because I already think this, but I found the video more compelling and convincing, and it was one that said that yes, unicorns were in fact the appropriate translation in the King James Bible, because prior to about 200 years ago, in the very first, bloody hell, who is it?
Hello?
Don't answer it if you don't know who it is. In the first Webster's Dictionary publication, went to the definition of unicorn. It said rhinoceros. And if you went to the definition of rhinoceros, it said unicorn. And yeah, rhinos have the word unicorn in their scientific name, so that was what it was. They were trying to censor you, Mike. That was also in the video, and I thought it was, it was very compelling. And there was one more thing that was compelling about it. I mean, aside from the fact that the people are trying to make the argument that the unicorn, the word should mean bull. Well, the Bible says, can you use the unicorn to plow your fields? And the answer is no, you can't. What do you use to plow your fields? Bulls. I mean, they're castrated bulls, but they're still bulls. So, no, you can't use rhinoceroses to plow your fields. Another interesting take, or another interesting argument that I think bolsters the accurate translation of unicorns as rhinos, is that there were two different words used in the Latin. One was I can't remember what they were, but one has two horns and one has one horn, and they were both described in the Bible, although both were translated as unicorn, but they're unicorns and bicorns, and so, but the bicorn in particular is the only creature, I'm fairly certain, the only creature with two horns, one a greater horn and one a lesser horn. All other creatures have balanced horns, right? Like one coming off of each side of the head, and therefore they're equal. Like both horns look the same, weigh the same. They're just mirrors of one another. But the bicorn, possibly poorly translated unicorn in the scripture, has a greater horn and a lesser horn, and the scripture uses that specific terminology to describe the tribes of Manasseh and Ephraim. Manasseh, I think, is described as the greater horn, and Ephraim described as the lesser horn. But you don't have any creatures other than the bicorn rhino, having a greater and a lesser horn. Antlers are sometimes asymmetrical. Sometimes, but not typically. You wouldn't use it as an example of something typical that, a lot of things in the Bible are symbolic. Yes, and he's using the bicorn symbolically, but you have to have something to, I mean, it's like he says the lion of the tribe of Judah. He's not talking about an imaginary animal. So I don't understand why people tap dance around this whole thing when it's like such a simple, easily understood thing to say that unicorns are simply rhinos. I mean, why are you trying to run away from that? It's I don't understand the argument. And if it's a false argument, I'm unconvinced. Lions are real. Indeed, lions are real. I think only the book of Revelation is symbolic. Could be wrong. Well, the book of Revelation uses symbolism derived from Old Testament like stories and whatnot. I mean, the Lion of the tribe of Judah is symbolic, right? But that's Old Testament too. Reem, also Reem, Hebrew, is an animal mentioned 8 times in the Hebrew Bible and variously translated as a unicorn or a wild ox. Yeah, a wild ox. An ox is a castrated bull. How can you have a wild castrated bull? It would then be a domesticated bull or a domesticated ox, would it not? They would have used animals they knew about for symbols. That's right. And I am 100% convinced that dragons are dinosaurs. We only came up with the word dinosaur in 1841. So prior to that time, when we talked about giant reptilian creatures, we called them dragons. In every single culture on planet Earth. So everyone, in fact, everyone knew, every culture knew about dragons, right? Do you think every culture had archaeologists digging up giant bones everywhere? No, they didn't. They encountered dragons. Every culture on Earth. Carl Sagan, confronting this fact of humanity and experience, had to come up with a theory on why, if dinosaurs... Oh man, I don't have any water in here. If dinosaurs... Alright, hold that thought. You know what, I'll just ink something else right now. If dinosaurs did not exist during the time of man, and those of you who want to think I'm crazy, go ahead, but just follow along anyways. Think of it as fiction. If dinosaurs did not exist during the time of man, he had to come up with a valid reason why every freaking culture on planet Earth... Oh, no, I didn't mean drinkable water. I need some water for my... But I appreciate it. Thank you, Micah. Micah's such a good boy. Why they all knew about dragons. How on earth could they all know about dragons or dinosaurs? In every freaking culture on the face of the planet, right? If dinosaurs had been extinct for hundreds of millions of years. Hundreds of millions of years. Anyone else want to come up with an explanation? Carl Sagan decided that, well, what it is genetic memory. So, when we were little marsupials scurrying around on the jungle floor hundreds of millions and millions of years ago, we were chased and eaten by dinosaurs, right? And so we remember that in our DNA, and somehow that memory popped up in every culture on Earth as dragons. That is legitimately Carl Sagan's excuse for why every culture on Earth knows about dragons, has had legends, quote-unquote legends, direct descriptions of, carvings of, pictures of, drawings and carvings and statues of freaking dinosaurs. I mean, look it up. Go look up the Cambodian Stegosaurus. Go look up the Ica stones in Peru. There's thousands of them. The Babylonian dragons. The reports in England of winged, basically winged dragons. Pterosaurus. There are Babylonian records. There are the records for dragons existing in real accounts throughout history are numerous, but ignored because we're not supposed to believe that dragons, aka dinosaurs, existed at the same time as man. So, there you have it. Do your own research. DYOR. But feel free to think I'm crazy. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I've done the research myself. That's why I came to these conclusions. Godzilla lives. A great many ornithologists would argue that one branch of dinos still exists. We call them birds. Yeah, I wouldn't argue that. Skulls surfaced during farming. I think people around the world found some old skulls and came back and said, "Look what I killed." Oh, and it breathed fire and was magic. So, okay, seriously, if you go Google this right now. Google Cambodia Temple Stegosaurus. Look at that picture. This temple, this ancient, I think it's a 1,200-year-old temple, if I remember correctly. This temple is ornately carved with animals of every sort that they, could find in the jungle. So how is it that out of all these ornate jungle animals, they also managed to have a stegosaurus among them? I mean, it's clearly not meant to be, any other kind of an animal. It's a freaking stegosaurus. And it's clearly not meant to be like metaphorical or whatever, but you're saying that when they were farming, they dug up the bones of a stegosaurus and then they pieced it all together, imagined what it would look like with meat and skin and the plates appropriately aligned, and then they took that and they stuck that carving on a temple, a place they worship, among all the other carvings of the natural world around them. And this is what you want to go with. Sorry. It bends credulity. You have to come at all of this information with a presupposition that dinosaurs could not have existed at the same time as mankind in order to disbelieve the historical record. Complete dinosaur fossils are extremely rare. That is absolutely correct. That is absolutely correct. God bless you and your family, Mike. Keep preaching the truth. You never know who is listening or how it could change their life. Stay woke. Thank you, Falling into Destiny. For $4.99. I also want to mention here, I'm going to get something real quick, and then I'm going to quiz you guys. Okay, I'm going to read something to you guys, and then I'm going to quiz you. This author describes a creature as 10 paces or 30 feet in length, 7 feet thick. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one here. But that's right. That's so 30 feet long, 7 feet wide. At the forefront, near his head, he has 2 short legs, having 3 claws like those of a tiger, with eyes larger than like a dinner loaf. Like a... Anyways, and very glaring. The jaws are wide enough, right? Wide enough to swallow a man. The teeth are large and sharp. And their whole appearance is so formidable that neither man nor any kind of animal can approach them without terror. So, can anyone tell me what kind of an animal is being described? And this is a description that is very... Here we go. And when they walk, they drag their tail as if a heavy beam. Their tail like a heavy beam dragged along the sand. I'm trying to see... So okay, you have a tail like a heavy beam. You have a giant mouth big enough to swallow a man whole. Giant, scary teeth. Big eyes, glaring eyes. Tiny forepaws with three claws like tiger claws on at the front. So here we go. Let me see. Let me get back to you guys and see what you're guessing this creature is. Loch Ness. Sounds like Meg. The Kraken. T-Rex. No, T-Rex only had 2 claws. There is another animal who otherwise looks just like a T-Rex but has 3 claws. A crocodile. Yes, crocodiles have tiny forepaws and jaws wide enough to swallow men whole. I'm gonna say no to crocodile. Pretty much describes a croc. How does it describe a croc? Crocodiles, first of all, crocodiles have 5 claws on each of their paws, or each of their hands. Allosaur, that is correct. That is actually a very, very good description of an Allosaurus. A really big croc. A really big crocodile does not have 3 claws. Remember this, you have to fit all of the descriptors here. Definitely the ex-wife. No, it's my ex-wife. Anita Sarkeesian. That was a description by one Marco Polo circa 12th century AD, as he was describing the animals along his journeys to China. Isn't China? Anita has 5 fingers, but everything else matches. So, a Komodo dragon, which has 4 identically sized limbs, why would you consider the 4 paws to be small and 3 with 3 claws like tiger's claws? Tiger's claws are big and sharp. Megalodon. You guys are funny. So, Velociraptor. No, because the Velociraptor doesn't have jaws large enough to swallow a man whole. That's got to be... I mean, if your jaws are wide enough, a man, it's got to be a head at least like 2 feet wide, right? To swallow a man whole. A man whole, not a child or a goat. Komodos also have more than 3 claws, that's right. So Marco Polo saw a dinosaur. He either saw a dinosaur or he had one described to him. But either way, they weren't called dinosaurs in the 12th century, they were called dragons. Again, the word dragon wasn't invented until 1841. I take it you like dinosaurs. I do like dinosaurs. I like to call them dragons too. So, anyways, I think people just try to run away from things in the Bible that are clearly spoken of and not spoken of metaphorically at all, because they're seeped into this mythology of evolution. And sorry, I'll stick with history over theory. And yeah, that's just me though. Marco Polo was drunk again. Jiminy.
How about the dinosaurs drawn on the Aztec temples? Or the
well, there's drawings of dragons on all over the place. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm trying to work. But if you want to do the research yourself, I mean, one of the most amazing things are the Ica stones, because there's literally thousands of these things and they are ancient, and they depict all kinds of dinosaurs interacting with man. Triceratops, like brachiosaurs, plesiosaurs, T-Rexes, all they were found all over Peru, and yeah, Ica stones. Check them out. I'll agree that dragons are dinosaurs. I tend to think they were described from remains rather than first-hand info. Not going to fight the point. If that were true, you're talking about remains that had to have the dinosaurs, dragons, whatever you want to call them, put back together. I mean, flesh and all. I mean, there are even, what is it? There's the duck-billed dinosaur. There was a duck-billed dinosaur like drawing, an ancient duck-billed dinosaur drawing, which had like this weird texture on its skin, and it wasn't until they finally found like the imprint of a duck-billed dinosaur that they saw that that's how their skin looked. So literally, whoever discovered this duck-billed dinosaur ancient drawing, he knew more about what duckbills looked like before with their skin on, not just fossils, before science discovered it. So you can't just excuse it and say, oh well, whatever, somebody made that up, blah blah blah, or what else is there? What else is there?
Yes. There it is.
Do you think mermaids are real? No, I don't think mermaids are real. Trachodon, I don't know what that is. Preserved in amber fossils. Dinos likely had feathers, but outside the Aztecs, they aren't described that way. Yeah, I don't buy the dinosaurs had feathers thing. Don't forget Mokele Membe. I think you're missing an M. Yeah, Mokele Umembe. There is a area in Africa where people, the local tribes there, know, they don't know anything about, the Discovery Channel or whatever, but they know that there's a creature that lives in the rivers. And when the scientists went there and confronted the tribes with not photographs, but drawings of all the different animals they could think of to describe Mokele Mbembe, the only one, when they got to the whatever, brontosaurus, brachiosaurus, whatever it was, they all go, that's him! They did a lineup. And it was a freaking dinosaur. Chupacabra, real or not? I don't know. One has not been discovered, or captured. I think Bigfoot's probably real.
Who cares about Bigfoot?
I don't know what it is. It's just another mountain creature we haven't caught yet. Just like 60, 70 years ago, the panda bear was a legend, just like Bigfoot is. You had people who had seen them. You had, obviously legends going back generations. But you never had anyone take a picture or capture one. And then what happened? They captured one. And then they captured more, and then they put them all into zoos around the world. So you never know. I don't know. Bigfoot, I don't know. There have been a lot of people who claim to have seen him. So either that's a whole lot of hoaxers, or it's just another. I mean, it's just another animal, right? I mean, why would we sit here and say we've discovered every single animal ever to be discovered on Earth? It's not true. It's not true. It's super arrogant to claim that you'd think we had. So I don't know. All I can really say about that is I don't know. Bigfoot makes the best co-pilot. Bigfoot seems more human than ape. I don't know. I've never seen one. It could literally just be a very shy type of mountain gorilla. Who the hell knows? And you're just going to say, well, no, because gorillas couldn't exist on blah, blah, blah. You know what? They said the coelacanth couldn't exist, and they found one of those. New sea creatures are discovered. New land creatures are discovered too. We haven't explored every square inch of planet Earth.
We haven't even explored like 70% of the oceans yet or something.
Every picture of Chupacabra turns out to be a coyote with mange, even though the people involved swear it could be one. People suck at identifying stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think it would be so rad if Bigfoot was real and we did discover it. And I think it'd be hilarious if they started like hunting them down and sticking them all in zoos. Just to shut people up about it. Because that's what they did with the panda, and people love it. People love the panda. It's not like they're like, no, just leave them alone. Leave them in their native habitat. No, you want them, ship them around the world, you know, pay $50 to go see them. Imagine how much people would pay to go see friggin' Bigfoot. That would be a real boon to the zoo economies around the world. There's a new video of Chupacabra that's big AF. I should watch it again. Clearly Bigfoot lives under the ocean, therefore Aquaman is Bigfoot. What? I'm not sure the logic.
That's a good point.
The logic chain on that one quite works. I'm not really into cryptozoology. Have you ever heard of the Skinwalker Ranch? Skinwalker Ranch. Gosh, why does that sound familiar? Gorillas are a relatively recent discovery. What's up, Chester? Aquaman isn't Bigfoot. Yeah, I'm with you. Aquaman is not Bigfoot. Let me close this.
That guy had a good theory.
That Aquaman is Bigfoot. I don't think that's a good theory.
He's the Bigfoot of the sea.
Under the sea! Bigfoot under the sea!
Fishfoot.
Darling, it's better here where it's wetter. Take it from me. They are joking. They want a chuckle. It's the best of gets for a chat. Who is joking? Who are you talking about? Jason Momoa does look like a Bigfoot. Jason Momoa. That man is a stud.
Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa. Momoa. Jason Momoa. 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 Momoa.
Temporarily disabled.
It's a Hawaiian name. You got to say Momoa. Momoa. Hawaii. Hawaii. You gotta enunciate every single vowel.
Can I put that in your ocean?
There are giant wolves up in Canada. Canada!
Right, aren't they called dire wolves or something?
Are there really giant wolves in Canada? Like how big? Because that'd be cool. I mean, there's some big stinking dogs. Can you imagine like...
Woof.
Woof.
Wolf.
Like those dogs that are just, you know, like they stand up and they're like stinking 6 feet tall, like that size. A wolf that size? That'd be sick. Many sightings of blue-haired land whales. This is true, Diablo AZ for $2. This is very true. And unfortunate. I think they should all be rounded up and put into zoos so that they can be observed and keep them from being a harm to themselves and others. because they are an endangering species.
This
Mermaid Man. I'm worried for Aquaman film. That dialogue from the trailer made me cringe hard. Yeah, I would agree. I was not in love with the dialogue from the trailer. But you know what? Jason was great as Aquaman. So I'm gonna have hope. I'm gonna do my best to
Stop calling.
do my best to maintain hope that Aquaman will deliver. And then I'll be disappointed yet again in another DC movie. Because that's all they can seem to do so far. I mean, except for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman.
Hello?
Who's calling? Oh, it's Zadie. Hey, Terry, I'm live streaming right now and Jill's not here.
Oh, she's not.
No, she's here.
Oh, she is? Mommy's home? Oh, wait, stop. I think Elijah said she's here.
Oh, she is okay.
Mommy. Zadie's on the phone.
Under the sea. Hello, Mr. Whiskey. Doesn't even look like Aquaman. No, but Aquaman looks stupid, so he looks great. I've never liked Aquaman's design. Never been a fan of the Aquaman. Therefore, I think Jason Momoa is better than Aquaman.
Hello.
He'll be the best Aquaman because he's not Aquaman.
I'm fine.
Aquaman looks like he's flying through space instead of water.
92.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, maybe that's why you
They should have
people
made
back.
Michael Phelps Aquaman. You know, Michael Phelps should have had like a bit role in Aquaman. That would have been great.
I was thinking the same thing today.
I liked him in Stargate. Aquaman is not stupid. Oh, Aqualad says Aquaman is not stupid.
No, I don't. Yeah, maybe that's why he hasn't.
I don't mean his character is stupid. I just never liked his design. The orange and green.
'Cause,
I mean, is he supposed to look like a clownfish? Because really, he just looked like a clown.
yeah, because the cars are called the
Where do you buy your ink pens?
Million Mile
Like
car.
ink pens, like these ink pens, or ink pens like the Quill? What are you asking?
Like sauce.
Nah, I get you, Mike. Right on. I don't want to convince anyone not to like Aquaman. You may like whatever you like. Everyone has their own tastes, their own flavors.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I'm just not an A-Man fan.
Portable?
I was never particularly a DC fan. There were some good DC books growing up,
No.
but I was always more of a Marvel guy.
Oh. Okay.
Vision Storm says Jason Momoa is what
Okay.
Aquaman needed to be interesting, because Aquaman has always been kind of
Did you
meh.
look online at all?
Yeah,
The
I've always
90s?
found Aquaman meh.
Lexus.
Very apt description. Meh.
There's probably a lot too if you find it, huh?
Under the
yeah,
sea.
you're right.
I'm Green Lantern with EVS and Jeff.
Oh, you know what?
I'm Green
Why
Lantern.
said they have to change the whole thing because,
Well, no, he's got to
Because,
check it out. Jill, he's got to check it out first.
oh, he said he's gonna check it out first.
We need a new air conditioner in
to
our
change.
old Lexus, so
Mike said he called
gotta
and said he's
gotta
gonna-
take it in and have it checked out.
Yeah, we have to take it in and actually check it out. Yeah.
You think it's a prank? I'm going to go with the government theory. Wait, what are we talking about? Sketch therapy. What was Sketch saying? I think I need some more coffee. She just repeated what Mike said. I like the Polynesian angle for Aquamarine. Aquamarine. With Jason Momoa. Aquamarine. That'd be a cool name for an underwater character.
Yeah.
Aquamarine. And make sure he's not like colored all aquamarine because that's such a light and happy color. but make him like legitimately a marine. Underwater marine, aquamarine. Hey Jill, can you stop crumpling up plastic?
Micah.
Oh, Micah, stop crumpling up plastic, please.
Why?
Because it's really loud.
Hey.
Don't wear it out.
Isn't Aquamarine a TV series about a mermaid? Is it?
Yes. No, it's a movie.
Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, it's a movie.
Find out.
Hey McGee,
Mm-hmm.
how you doing? How you all doing
The
today?
Burners, they bought a brand new car, or they're not brand new, but from, you know, the ones
Booster
they use
Gold
for
is pretty neat.
rentals.
Aqualad. The Army does many experiments here. I understand why many think that, and I
Yeah.
don't dismiss it, but the origin of the chupacabra is Puerto Rico, and it's a
Mhm.
small, not coyote size.
Yeah, they like it a lot.
Tell us about the chupacabra, Sketch. I just thought it was Latin America. Is it
Yeah.
Puerto Rico?
I saw they have it in El Cajon. You could go look at them. Mm-hmm.
It was a long-haired
Yeah.
joke. Lobo's okay in DC.
Oh man.
Yeah, that'd be funny if Jason did Lobo after he was Aquaman.
Yeah.
Because he really does.
Oh, yeah,
He is the perfect Lobo.
I had to do it with Sacco or something. Right.
Be cool to see him dressed up like that. Put an aquamarine in Lone Star sometime. Chupacabras are in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
Chupacabras are not in the Bible that I know of. I've only read it a few times. A few dozen times, maybe. I don't know. How many times I've gone through the whole Bible? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Alright, Sketch says, the first report of the chupacabra was in Puerto Rico, where a group of farmers reported all their goats were left bloodless and dead. Same for other small animals, but no big ones. Wow, really?
10,000?
Maybe it was vampires.
Oh,
So just exsanguinated goats. That's so weird. Danny Trejo would be the perfect Lobo IMO.
oh yeah?
No.
If he was younger, if Danny
So then
Trejo
if
was
they
younger,
go down, then
that was EVS, not a chupacabra. I am a bit behind, but tiger's claws are also retractable. Okay. Chupacabra is a small example of the entire phenomenon of animal mutilation. This happens all across the Western countries for some odd reasons. It's aliens.
I don't know. I have to
Why
check
did you
it.
start reading Sketch as Kwanzaa?
Yeah.
Watching the news, they're talking about Comic-Con. Lots of cosplayers are excited. Comic-Con's over, man.
Oh,
What are you talking about? You know, guys, I don't know who was planning on going to Dragon, but I think I may be backing out of doing Dragon. I don't think I'll have time to take on Dragon Con this year.
I think so.
So I think I want to stay home and work on my book, work on Lone Star, because I need to get this done. Need to get it in your guys' hands so you will be ready to back the next edition. So I have been toying with the idea of backing out of Dragon Con. Dragon has been traditionally one of my best cons, but I don't know, this whole con season's kind of sucking for me, so thinking about maybe getting out, sticking to Indiegogo.
Today is all hotter, huh? But just, at least the humidity, there's no...
Can somebody go stop him from blowing whistles?
Jojo! Stop!
What did he say? No worries, Mike. You will be missed.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
nice.
I think it's probably a wise move because there's a lot of crazies out there
Yeah.
willing to
I
start
know.
crap too.
And we had to
And
go and take.
I mean, honestly, there hasn't been a con yet this year that has measured up even to last year. Tokyo Comic Con. Yeah, I still want to do Tokyo. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Whistleblowers are protected like Walk to Jojo, young Miller.
And then Mike.
Who was dumb enough to get your kid a whistle? I think he just found it in Eden's room or something.
He's on YouTube.
I'm always on YouTube.
Yeah.
I live on YouTube now.
Mhm. Oh yeah.
After
So
this.
pretty soon now, the new ones are coming.
Comicsgate Con 2019 in the Maldives. Oh my gosh! What the heck?
You hear the whistle?
He's out front now. That's even worse. He's right in front of my window with the
Mike
friggin'
picked
whistle.
him out, and then he went outside and he's blowing it right outside.
Ugh. Some advice, please. How do you find the time to work a full-time job, raise a newborn, and work on comics? Make your full-time job working on comics.
You mean JoJo or?
Somehow.
Yeah. Nobody.
Daddy's getting his belts in. Nah.
It's the whistle.
No. So now you guys see, you're gonna see why they have these
Yeah, he
stakes,
does.
these stakes on the back of
He
their
doesn't get to do what he wants to do.
suits here.
He wants to go to the Halloween store.
They have these
Uh-huh.
fun. I'm just gonna pretend like there's nobody blowing a whistle outside my window.
Well, that's better at least.
Seriously.
We usually do in the 90s.
The concept of quiet time must be a fond memory for you.
Can you still hear it?
Quiet time is what happens when I wake up before everyone else in the house. That's quiet time. That's why sometimes I will like not even bother waking the kids up because I'm like I don't want the noise. So I'll just let them sleep, and then they've gotten in the habit of sleeping way too late.
I think so.
Because I want my quiet time. He needs the hose on the window and whistle with dancing bear outfit on. Ha 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 ha.
So do you guys have anything planned?
Best part of the stream. The whistle sounds. Thank you. I'm glad my drawing doesn't entertain you or my regaling you with
I was looking, it doesn't seem like very many.
creation.
Uh-huh.
How do you say it? Creation
Just that. It's crazy rich Asian.
theories? Creation theories?
I think that's pretty good.
Now he's on the hammock. I can hear him swinging. He's swinging on the hammock.
Roger does.
Your rancher's knees were bad.
So anyone have any Lone Star related questions or anything? CJ again. Tell him no, Elijah.
Alright.
Because I don't want him sleeping over tonight.
He's starting school soon. Hello?
Lots of noises.
Hi. No.
My parents used to give us a bucket. Menehune. What is the menehune? What is the menehune? I'm not familiar with that. I'll make the craziness of kids over insanity of SJWs any day. Yes. Yes. Maybe that's why SJWs are insane, is because so many of them don't have kids, so they don't realize what it's like to actually care about the future.
Daddy,
What?
can you come?
Yeah.
Can you guys stay out of this room?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Can you stay out of this room?
Streaming the entire time?
No, Elijah, if CJ's coming over, he's coming over to hang out with you. If he's hanging out with you, that means you're not going to sit in this room.
The entire time.
He's hanging out with
There
you.
is
He
this
plays with me too.
puzzle. No,
What do you want?
Alright,
Oh.
you two talk about it. I don't care.
about tomorrow night because then we go to church the next day. So Saturday.
This stream is a mess, Donald Trump.
Saturday and then
Hey, you guys are
for church.
you've got a window into my world, so you have to deal with kids who want to come over and spend the night
Oh
too.
yeah, that's right. Well then he's gonna have to leave tomorrow and he can only come. Hold on, sorry. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, he ends up
paperwork.
staying too long, and then I feel bad for kicking him out.
Well, the only thing is, yeah, we'd have to leave before then.
What time is that?
Like maybe like 1 o'clock or 2.
Interesting conversations, huh? It's fine, Mr.
Yeah,
Miller.
you can
It's
talk
very
in
endearing.
tomorrow, you
It's a
have to
great
leave
world, though, Mike.
before,
A lot like
like,
my
1 or
own.
2.
Nice. We're all in my evening, folks. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Zach Hawkins. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Miller House Madness.
Pick you up.
Parents developing coping skills. No, we're not picking him up.
Mounted under the dash.
I think you're gonna have to get a ride, man.
He doesn't seem to realize that we have a busy life and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Uh-oh. I think JoJo's playing with the hose again. Can somebody go stop him? Elijah.
Hello?
Elijah, wrap it up with CJ. You have to go stop
I'm
JoJo.
talking to his grandma.
Oh.
Hi.
Just up here and getting into the water now.
Fine, how are you?
Non-stop. Non-stop. This is it. This is why
my
my...
dad's live streaming right now, so he can't really talk.
This is why my...
My dad's live streaming right now, so he can't really talk.
This is why Bless This Mess is so entertaining.
Okay.
JoJo's
I know, I
Bizarre
see that
Adventure.
website.
But my dad
Yeah.
can't.
Sorry.
I don't know what happened. He just said he's giving the phone over to you.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we're just all listening to everything. We can hear everything, LOL. What are the chances of guest appearances of Comicsgate characters in each other's books? I don't think that's too bad. If you see on one of my covers, I've got a Cyberfrog comic book in the trash.
Look at this.
Well, not in the trash, but in the corner, like, of the alleyway. I don't know if you're gonna notice it or not. Yeah, LONESTAR is almost at 75,000. I'm still patiently, trying to be patient, awaiting the payment, the disbursement. Wow, they do really take a good chunk out because they have to take out the credit card processing fees, which is like 3%, and then they take out the Indiegogo fees. So they're making a nice little chunk of money for their services, but you know,
Okay.
it's a nice service to have. It's nice. It's nice that I have to pay them so much because it means I get paid so much more.
You do that.
SQ.
Is the superhero handling drawing? Mike is the superhero handling drawing small children and crazy people like us. Eat your heart out, Kardashians. I've got my own reality show.
Tell her to deal with it.
We've got me talking to you, my wife talking to her father, and my son talking to his friend. All on YouTube at the same time.
Okay.
I was watching, yeah, did those Meg guys pay you, Mike? No, they haven't. I've been trying to get a hold of him, but for some reason he's
Alright.
still MIA. He's a guy that doesn't like to tell people bad news, so he tends to disappear if he's got bad news, which is very disappointing because I told him not to do that this time.
Okay.
But I'm over it. I mean, I still want to get paid, but I'm not gonna frickin' I can't get blood from a turnip, so I'll wait until something good happens, and then he'll call me and say, "Hey, check it out! I can pay you now." And here comes the water on the window. Elijah, I told you to go take care of JoJo. You're still on the phone with CJ.
There's a chore. So.
JoJo is a chore. JoJo the chore.
Is he allowed to be using the hose?
No, why don't you do something about it?
Did you turn that off?
I assume you guys heard that too. Blood from a turnip. Wrap it up, Eli. What do you think, Sketch? It is what? JoJo, go. JoJo keeps it interesting. Yes, JoJo does keep it interesting, because clearly I'm not interesting enough for you guys. It make me sad. There was a story. There's a story of a man named Brady. Who was on? Who was on? The umbrella guy. That umbrella guy was on earlier talking about some sort of a carcass that he had to deal with in an apartment. And I mentioned that we had a dead raccoon under our bedroom one time. You guys want to hear that story? It's not really that interesting. But there was a raccoon that crawled up all the way, like the, what do you call it? The crawlway opening under our house. In California, we don't have basements. Our houses are basically, not all of them, but the ones that I've lived in so far. They're either on slabs or they are on stilts, essentially. Stilts with footing. Ooh. More noise. Noisy bags. So we were like, started to smell this disgusting, sweet, sickly sweet smell. What it smelled like was like if you leave a diaper in a car for like, over when it's like 100 degrees out and you leave all the windows up and the diaper just cooks. It just stinks really bad. It's a Crowquill 102 for Sketch it Crowquill 102.
Oh yeah.
So we started smelling this smell, and I'm like, man, is there like did JoJo have diarrhea somewhere and just like rub it on the carpet or something? We were like looking frantically to try to find out where the smell was coming from, and it turned out I was walking by the vent by our bedroom, and I smelled the smell. So it was outside. So I like walked closer to the vent, and I got about 2 feet away from it, and it like I almost threw up. The smell was so bad because it's the dead thing was just right there. But like I said, that was all the way under the house, on the complete opposite side of the house from the entry to the crawlway. So the crawlway under the house is maybe 2 feet tall. So I mean, literally, you had to crawl. And thankfully, my nephew, the one who's now a bum, he was living with us at the time, and he doesn't have any sense of smell. So I paid him. He took a a trash bag. Oh, he didn't even take the trash bag. That's right. He just crawled all the way under the house, grabbed that thing by the tail, and dragged it all the way back under the house. It took like... It probably took 10 minutes worth of crawling to do this. And he pulls this thing out and he like holds it up. And I took a picture of it because there were like maggots dripping all out of it and everything. It was just the most repugnant smell ever. So yeah, so we double bagged it in trash bags to try to, and you could still smell through the plastic. It was so nasty. I was like, man, there's a job right there. You can do rotten corpse recovery because you don't have any sense of smell. Because anyone else who got that close to that thing would have just retched because it smelled so bad. It was disgusting. Ah, the sickly sweet smell of death. Always fun. Always fun. Anyways, that was my story. That was my lovely story about the dead coon under my... Mike Rowe had to do that once. It's so disgusting. Seriously, there's people... I know, like, 3 people who can't smell. That's a perfect job for them. Huh? If they can't smell and it doesn't disgust them to deal with dead things, then, yeah,
What do you want to do?
What do you want to do, Isaac?
Oh, okay.
Corpse cleanup. Yep, corpse cleanup should not have to smell it. I mean, what an advantage to that job, right? Not being able to smell anything. Ugh. So nasty.
Yeah, I have everything written down.
The trick is you need friends' help before you go on dates if you can't smell. Oh. Yeah. One of our friends that can't smell, she's a cook. She's a chef. Which, I don't see how that works. She is actually a baker. I think. A baker or a chef? I think a baker. Anyways, but she was a baker beforehand. She got in an accident and lost her sense of smell. That must be hard. It'd be one thing if you like always couldn't smell, but losing your sense of smell, that must be weird. Must be strange. Details sell it. Don't say coon, the algorithm might demonetize this. Papa used to just shoot coons away with a broom.
What's the only thing that sells that?
I think coon is so anachronistic that people wouldn't even think of trying to put it on the algorithms. I mean, who the heck says coon? Unless they're talking about raccoons. That's like such an old, whatever, however you want to say it.
Let me see. Hold on.
What does coon mean? Raccoon. Well, in the way I'm using it means raccoon, but in like the 50s and 60s, it was a derogatory term for black folks. I don't know anyone who's used that word. Actually, I don't know anyone who's used the other words other than rappers. Rappers and kids on Xbox Live. I will hand it to Barack Obama. That's one thing I was always like uncomfortable with playing Xbox Live, is how often you would hear kids use the N-word. But I noticed, like, after Obama got elected, that almost stopped completely. I mean, I don't know if that's been everyone's reality, but yeah, it was weird. It was like they all realized they shouldn't say it anymore because the president was a black man. I don't know.
Okay.
So, I ever had anything nice to say about Barack Obama, that's what it is.
We both.
There it is. Obama, best president ever. Hey Mike, your last stream with EVS and Edwin was great. So funny when you all started singing together. Yes, the what was it, Todd Bridges? What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis? How come Dana gave us all syphilis? I'm gonna change the tune up a little bit.
Okay.
Was that girl trying to kill us? Oh, what you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, that was
Mr.
no, a lot of
What? I forgot the guy's name. Drummond. Mr. Drummond? Is that right?
Wait.
Mr. Drummond always trying to drill us. What? What's today's date? The 17th.
Okay.
How's the Meg doing?
Tomorrow's 8/18/2018.
10/18/2018 tomorrow. No, 8/18. 8/18.
There's Little Mermaids out too.
Mr. Drummond always trying to drill us. Oh my. Because Dana was giving us syphilis. What you talking about, Willis? Oh, you think that syphilis is gonna kill us? It's gonna drive us crazy. Gonna drive us mad. Gonna say, hey, Mr. Drummond, you don't really look like a dad, but we're adopted. That's the point of the show. Two poor black kids running around wherever they want to go. With a rich white dude as their father. And now I'm having a hard time coming up with rhymes. Anyways, Frank, EVS sang it last night. Yeah, Mike has been broken. This is with the A at the end. What's the size of the crow quill, Mike? It is a crow quill 102. I've answered that already. Take a note. Crow quill 102. Hey, Mike. Hey, chat. Hey, Jack Straw. 88 people here. Rip sane Mike. I'm sorry. Mike is such an EVS fanboy. I like some of EVS's cool, easy songonating. Songonating, that's what I'm going to call it. He's a songonator. I like to make up some songs myself once in a while. I just can't play any instruments. What are you looking for, Jojo? Oh, shoot. That's right. Oh, shoot. I'm not going to get him right now. Aretha Franklin. So sad. You never liked Aretha Franklin. She was great. He is a singer/songwriter. Have you ever watched The Greatest American Hero as an adult? Would that ruin the memories, or would it stand up? I don't know if it would ruin the memories. I watched some of the A-Team as an adult, and I thought that held up. Let's see. Oh, there's a good topic. Shows or movies that did not hold up. Shows or movies that did not hold up. I watched Moonlighting not too long ago, and while I think it held up, I don't think it held up to my memory of it, but I still think it was good. Because my memory of it was the best thing ever. I loved Moonlighting when I was younger.
Okay.
I don't think what's that movie?
Oh, dude, there's a dead mealworm on that thing.
What's the name of that movie? Highlander. Not even Highlander 1 held up. It's terribly cheesy.
Okay.
And I don't want anyone to, scream out sacrilege or anything, but
So
it is. I just watched it like last year again, and I was like, this is not quite as cool as I remember it being when I was 14, 15 years old. Who wants to live forever? Moonlight. No, Moonlighting with Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. Sybil Shepherd was super hot. I loved the Dukes of Hazzard. I loved the Dukes of Hazzard as a kid too. I haven't seen it since I was a kid though.
Okay.
Just some good old boys. Yeah, Magnum PI totally stands up. Totally. Magnum's great. MASH holds up too. MASH was fantastic. Although as an adult, I see all of the leftist messages. MASH was very left wing. But at least not by today's standards, I guess, but by then, and seeing it as an adult, I could see things I didn't notice about it as a youth. Yeah, the Highlander theme was awesome. Who wants to live forever?
She started taking.
Who wants to live forever?
Pills, yeah, and that helped with her eczema.
There's a cut of Highlander with a scene where he rescues, that the gal that's his secretary. He actually rescued her in Nazi Germany, but that's not in the American theatrical cut. I didn't see it until I was in Japan, and I watched it. They had it playing in Japan, like on TV, and this scene comes up where he, it's this flashback scene of him rescuing that little girl from a Nazi in Germany, and like the Nazi, and then he shoots. The Nazi says something and he goes, "Ha ha ha! Whatever you say, pal. You're the master race." And then he shoots him. And I don't know if it's on any versions of it here in the States, but you can find it on YouTube if you want to look it up. MASH got much more leftist after Frank Burns was gone. Yeah, it's funny, because MASH lasted 9 years or 11 years, something like that. Meanwhile, the Korean War lasted like 2 years. So you have this show where everybody's getting really old in a conflict that only lasted 2 years. It's included in the director's cut, is it? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
That's spiritual.
Yeah, I was showing that to a friend of mine who we used to watch it. So, we watched Highlander probably 20 times together as kids.
Okay.
And he had never seen that either, and he was like, "What? Say what?"
Just let it going.
I don't know why they cut it out.
David. Yeah. Yeah.
Who wants to live forever? Who wants to live forever?
No.
The Waltons is still great. No, Mike speaks English.
How long will we stay?
Can you speak a Japanese, Mike? I can say some words and understand some stuff, but overall, no.
How many days were you thinking?
I only speak fluent English. Yeah. So that's me. Waltons is great. Highlander, worst fake old person. Preaching, including director's cut. Outpatient, BJ2. BJ Honeycutt. Yeah.
So you leave like
when Trapper left, I was disappointed. BJ wasn't a bad replacement, but and honestly, I didn't even.
Yeah.
I kind of like Charles too, but no, the original cast I thought was the best for MASH. Peephole Circus. Love your art. Looks amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the $2. I want my $2. How about Better Off Dead? What does everyone think about Better Off Dead? Oh, look at that. Somebody threw away a perfectly good whiteboard.
What?
89. Batman 89 still watchable. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. I didn't like Batman 89 when it came out in 89.
Well, it's a little bit, but I just...
I know that's like sacrilege to a lot of people, but man, I thought Keaton was so poorly miscast as Batman.
Certain things make sense.
Danny DeVito was cast great.
Here's,
in the second one. I didn't like Jack Nicholson cast as the Joker. I thought he was too old for the role. I think maybe Ray Liotta would have been a perfect Joker at the time. There's that scene in No, it wasn't Goodfellas. It was Field of Dreams. Do you guys remember Ray Liotta was in Field of Dreams too? He wanted to come too, but so we told him to stop it. He does this great laugh, and it's like perfect Joker laugh.
Yeah, from Sunday to Sunday, including the flight.
I liked Batman Forever more than I liked Batman 89. I liked Val Kilmer as Batman. That was, I thought the rest of the joke was kind of, the rest of the film was a little stink bomb.
Priceline.
But Val Kilmer, I love Val Kilmer, so he could do no wrong. I think he's way better cast than Keaton, Michael Keaton, and I love Michael Keaton too. So don't get me wrong. I just don't think he was right for the role.
Let's see. I'm gonna look and see what it's.
I mean, come on, casting director. You had one job. Who should replace Affleck? Who should replace Affleck? Who would make a great Batman now?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale's too old. Except, are they trying to play that you know?
Which one?
I guess the Batman they want to use now has to be the older Batman, right? Like the semi-retired Batman.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah. Who wants to live forever?
Chris Evans.
Who wants to live forever? John Hamm would have been a great Bruce Wayne. I don't know if he could have pulled off a Batman though. It's got to be someone who can convincingly do all those great moves and stuff. Oh, someone else said John Hamm too.
It's cheaper than the...
Christian Bale is the same age as Ben Affleck. Lena Dunham, come on.
Is that
you think John Hamm could do all the action stuff?
Okay.
Nathan Fillion. Come on, this guy's gonna be a little younger. If they're gonna stick with the same age range, yeah, I mean, put Christian Bale back in the role. Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay. Jake Gyllenhaal. Or is it Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal? Jake Gyllenhaal.
After
Peephole and Selena. Zendaya. Keaton sucked. Yeah, Keaton was like... The only moment I liked him in that film was when he
because you probably only need
stepped out of character for a second and he turned into Mr. Mom.
Then the other person flies separate flight, because
when he first sees Vicky Vale. And he's like, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? I was like, hey, that's Michael Keaton right there.
Right.
But Keaton playing this super serious, intense character, it just didn't fit.
Okay. Alright.
It does now. I think now somehow it fits. It suits him better.
Let's see.
But that whole, you want to see crazy? I'll show you crazy. Let's go. It was just so bad.
Like action adventure. Just rated R.
What's rated R?
It has Mark Wahlberg.
Mile 22.
What?
Mile 22 movie.
Is that a military?
Mile 22? Oh, Mile 22.
Oh, isn't it? I think it's like a Secret Service.
Oh, shit.
Secret Service.
I just went over a line.
Yeah, aided by.
This is why you're supposed to draw front to back. Front to
Must
back.
retrieve and transport asset holds life-threatening information to Mile 22.
We need Batman, the cult movie. Cult.
It looked like.
Let me think. I'm still trying to think who would be a good Batman today. Like, if you had to reboot Batman and kind of start with a younger, you know, early 30s actor to be Batman, who do you guys think would be
Fascinating, visually stunning story.
early 30s?
A light on the origins of man's best friend.
Scott Eastwood?
Yeah, he was a
I could see that. I could see that. Chris Pine. No, I don't see Chris Pine as Bruce Wayne. Val Kilmer sucked as Batman, even worse than Clooney. Oh, yeah, right. Clooney was the worst thing to happen to Batman ever. Clooney bobblehead Batman was so bad.
I know.
Scott Adkins. Why does that sound familiar? Jared Leto. These young actors are also so. Tom Hardy needs to play Logan. Simon Pegg is Batman. Kilmer had that dumb grin. Well, Clint Eastwood as real old Batman. That'd be an interesting thing to do, where you took like real old you did like an old man Batman story, and you had Clint Eastwood play him, and he's talking or reminiscing about, you know how you do stories in two timelines, and you have Scott Eastwood play him in his youth. That'd be really neat. That'd be cool. Mike, I just tweeted you about a DC image up on your in IGG Lone Star page. Sent you a pic. A DC image? What? What are you talking about?
Very, very entertaining.
There should be a DC image on my Indiegogo page because I put it there.
Yeah.
Who wants to live forever? You know about this. Yes, I put it there. Watch the video. You'll understand. Who wants to live forever?
Maybe we can go like.
John Bernthal is Batman.
Like a little earlier?
Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch. No, I don't think. Josh Brolin is old Batman. Yeah, we've got old Batmans aplenty. I'm looking for someone young and new. Stephen Amell. Do you think he's a good enough? Ooh, Zac Efron. Do you think Zac Efron's old enough to be a Bruce Wayne?
It should be Matt Damon.
Matt Damon. FP Sonny, yo, what up? How about that army guy? That army guy.
11:45 too early?
No Zac Efron. Why? Zac Efron's a pretty good actor.
Oh, okay.
John Stamos for middle-aged Batman.
Well, after I had to go back pick up the boys.
I think we missed the boat in the 90s, in the 80s and 90s, by not having Alec Baldwin play Batman. He was the perfect Bruce Wayne.
No, I have to be over there around 4:30, 5 o'clock.
In my
Maybe
humble
5.
opinion. Opinion.
1:30?
Opinion. Mark Wahlberg for Jersey Batman.
3:30. So I get about 3:30.
Jiminy is just a High School Musical hater. I've actually never watched High School Musical, and I don't plan on it.
About between 4:35. So.
But Efron's got the build for it. Probably bulk up a little bit. Actually, Batman doesn't even have to be that bulky. He just has to be muscular and fast. So I think Efron could do that. I don't think Bruce Wayne is supposed to be
It's Elijah and
as good looking as Zac Efron, though.
Yeah. Okay.
Zac would be a better Nightwing or Red Robin.
Yeah, they just need them. And maybe Eden.
I don't know. I think he's... Well, Nightwing. Yeah, Nightwing. Yeah, an older Robin. Zac Efron. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good casting.
Yeah.
Still stuck for a perfect Batman, though.
Okay. So
So someone in their 30s.
Okay. That's good, huh?
Jack Black from Batman the Musical. Pierce Brosnan. Oh, that's not even Pierce Brosnan. Baldwin, that is. You're right. Yeah, Baldwin would have been great, man. Second prize, a set of batarangs. You want to see second prize? Second prize is a set of batarangs. Third prize is you're incarcerated. Hi, Bachon. Ice cream. Ice cream. Carl Urban from Batman.
48%.
I'm supposed to be exercising, but I can't pull myself away from the stream. This stream is not that entertaining. I don't know why. Go exercise, man. I won't hold it against you. Mom, do you have a key to your house?
Yeah.
Okay, because I locked it on when I.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's why I called to show the how to lock in the house. I keep saying if he wanna go store or something.
Yeah.
He called you to do that?
No, I messaged him.
Huh?
I messaged him.
Huh?
I messaged him.
Oh.
Say hi to everyone.
Hi. Do I say?
Yeah.
Somebody look at me now?
Nobody's looking.
Okay.
They're looking at this.
Hi everybody.
It's my mom.
How are you?
I'm a girl, Mike. You misgendered me. Oh, I'm sorry, Destiny.
He got his ice cream left.
Everyone said hi, Mom.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. Okay.
Who
that sounds
wants
good.
to live forever?
Okay.
Who wants to live forever?
Yeah, but
Oh, you know what we should do sometime?
So you can borrow mine.
Maybe we should do like a recasting JLA. Recasting like everyone in the JLA.
I'll have them.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Now that's in my head. Oh, who wants to live forever? Sorry.
Okay.
Nani? Mom, stop moving my chair. I'm trying to ink here.
Okay.
Not in the room.
Let me ask Bachon real quick.
Ask her what?
Oh, we have steak. Do you want to eat steak?
Oh, we have steak? Steak. Mike's going to be singing that song all night. I'll have to make a different version. With EVS, we got toe thumbs, but Mike's got toe fingers. I don't have toe fingers? What are you talking about? Don't even try that one. Put Mama Miller on the screen. My mom looks like Edna Mode, I'll tell you straight.
Tell you what.
Toe arms. EVS also has Sasquatch arms. So there is a Bigfoot. Yoroshiku to Mike's mom. Are these toe arms? No capes! Nah, she's not in the room anymore, so. I watched Highlander last night. It was terrible. Now I'm afraid to watch Conan again. Oh. Which ones? I don't want... Here. There you go.
I don't know what you want to do.
Okay, I have to take a break and eat. Conan is hilarious, though. Come! If you do not help me now, I'm gonna out you!
What is it?
What is what? It's
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger flavored? Weird.
I like Butterfingers.
Oh, it's Butterfinger. Man.
They're all Butterfinger.
They're all Butterfinger?
Except for the fudge one.
Hold on. What time does it live? Let's see.
Man, that really tastes like a Butterfinger. I want it. Nice, Arnold.
What's the,
Thank you.
The outlet?
What's the outlet? What?
No, the house.
Hmm.
It was hot.
Oh, it's
Art
nine.
mark.
I love the end of the movie when Arnold learns how to speak
Okay.
English.
We're gonna take a short one to go to the house. Okay. We'll tell him.
The A-House.
You have to go to the casino?
You have to be 18, you know.
He's
No,
20.
no, we're gonna go. He wants to go to Nike outlet.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I met Arnold when I was a kid. Predator is still good. Oh yeah, Predator's the bomb. You guys ever notice in Predator when is it Arnold that steps on the scorpion? I think it's Arnold that steps on the scorpion. Might have been the Indian dude. But notice when he steps on the scorpion, it's facing one direction. Then when he lifts up his boot, it's turned the opposite direction. That's one of those edits I always notice. Yeah, Indian dude. What was his name? That's funny, Super Ant. You think that Terminator 2 was a 10 out of 10? I think Terminator is a 10 out of 10. I thought T2... I think they went to camp with T2, and I don't think Edward Furlong was a good enough actor for the role. T1 is 10 out of 20. What? What? Dude. That's just wrong. So wrong. T1 is freaking awesome. I used to have that whole movie memorized. What is it? Oh, now I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the scene. Give me a phase plasma rifle in the 40-watt range. Hey, just what you see here, pal. Uzi 9mm. You sure know your guns. Any one of these is no, he said 12 gauge autoloader. Yeah, then he says, you sure know your guns. Any one of these would be perfect for home defense. Ammo? Then he says ammo? And he starts loading it. Hey, you can't do that, pal. Wrong. Yeah, T1 is freaking awesome. Absolutely awesome. T2 is... It was a good sequel. I'm not going to tear it down, but I don't think it was as good as the original.
It's usually hard to get a good sequel.
Best sequel is Evil Dead 2. Well, Evil Dead 2 is essentially a remake of Evil Dead, and they just called it Evil Dead 2 with some changes. But yeah, it is better. And it's so much better than Army of Darkness. Commando is funny because it's dumb. Do you know who wrote Commando? I prefer The Last Jedi to T2. Are you going to see the new Predator? Yeah, I'll probably see it. I love the Predator movies. I even like the bad Predator movies. I like the bad Predator movies. I like the bad Alien movies. For some reason, I don't care on those movies.
They're freaking cool.
Jeff Loeb. Jeff Loeb wrote Commando. Jeff Loeb of, Superman and Batman fame. He's a comic book writer. He wrote Commando. He wrote Teen Wolf 2. He's written some other movies too. Evil Dead 2. basically happened because everyone laughed at Evil Dead 1 and they said, oh yeah, we meant to make that funny, see? That's like saying, wait, who's saying they prefer species to alien? Oh, what are you comparing that to? Frank Miller wrote RoboCop 2 and 3. Yeah, he was in one of them too. I think 2 as a scientist. Yeah, Godfather 2. Among the best sequels ever filmed. Definitely. Command.
Watch Godfather.
Yeah. Oh, the guy who said The Last Journey is better than T2. Road Warrior was the best sequel. Oh, yeah. That's in those. Yeah, you know, it's so rare when a sequel is better than the first movie, but definitely Road Warrior, yeah. Definitely. What about Frank Darabont? Loves Shawshank, Green Mile, and The Blob 80s remake. I don't know who Frank Darabont is. Commando was a real-time documentary. Name one sequel as good as Godfather 2.
Shrek 2.
Toy Story 2. Empire Strikes Back. That's good. It's a school. Care Bears movie too. No, there you go. Well, okay. As far as genre is concerned, Friday the 13th Part 2 was actually better than Friday the 13th. Dark Knight. Spider-Man. Spider-Man Part 2, or Spider-Man 2, was better than Spider-Man. And then they screwed it with Spider-Man 3. You're going to have to enjoy my crunching of this ice cream. Aliens. Okay, hold on. Aliens was great for what it was. But Alien was a different movie. Aliens was an action-adventure movie. And it was an awesome, first-rate, one of the best ever action-adventure movies. Alien was a horror movie that just featured an alien and was in space. So there are two totally different genres that just happen to take place with the same creatures and partial cast. So it's hard to even quantify if Aliens was better than Alien because they were totally different genres. Chester, my mom is from Tokyo. Most of my family is from Tokyo, except my cousin who's here is from Saitama. Oita. Oita wa doko ni arimasu ka? Can you hear me crunching this? Alright, Elijah, keep them entertained for a minute. I'm gonna go wash my hands.
How's it going, guys? You know, I haven't seen the second Terminator movie. I've only seen the first one. I cannot give you ice cream. It would probably melt if we tried to ship it to you. I don't know what's with my dad's taste. Some of the movies he likes, I don't really like. I don't really want to do the sprites. There's this one guy in the chat of the stream I did. I can't remember his name, but he has really good spriting, and I want to see his stuff. Right now, I'm just working on the mechanics of the game. I'm not working on the sprites. You don't want to do sprites for a game before you start actually doing the thing. You want to see if the game's good before you start actually doing the detail. Yeah, they actually do. I like Butterfingers, so they do taste good. Where is your comic? Here, I'm gonna put a link in the chat. Let's go here. Webtoons.
I did the covers, not all the art, just so there's like 12 of my pieces in there.
Okay, here's the. Yeah, it's Alpha Proto. Yeah.
Hey, don't you hijack my stream.
Hey,
Try to
this guy said.
advertise.
He said, "Where is your
crap
comic
on
again?"
my stream.
He asked. Okay. Yeah, I like John Wick too. Yeah, Alpha Proto, his spriting is really good. So if we're gonna do any spriting, I want him to do it. I hear my voice is deeper than my dad's though. It might not. Usually just in the morning. Yeah, so right now at the game, I'm just doing mechanics. You don't want to like draw out a whole comic and find out it has a bad story at the end. It's just a waste of time. Yeah, I don't think John Wick's meant to be a serious movie. Oh, thank you, Frank FG. Yeah, it's gonna be a side scroller, kind of like you know those Street Fighter games where it's a side scroller and you're walking along beating up these guys, and then the screen pans to the right side as you're walking. It's like one of those. We're gonna have a area where like you're in a jet fighter plane and you're shooting other people, and then maybe one where you're on a motorcycle too. I haven't played Mortal Kombat. Actually, apparently I was on Soy for a while. A bunch of stuff. Streets of Rage. I have not played that. I didn't grow up on a bunch of fighter games, so yeah, I'm a traitor. I have not watched Macross. See you falling into destiny. Yep. It's Mega Man's 2D in a way. It's a platformer like Mario, isn't it? In a way. I've played the Injustice demo. I haven't played the actual thing. My favorite side scroller. It's not technically a side scroller. Spelunky. You guys have you guys played that? I mean, it could fit into the genre.
Say hi. Hi.
Yeah, I haven't played a lot of these old games. They're retros.
That was my cousin Jota.
Check my game out. Okay, I'll check your game out.
Okay, bye Elijah. Thanks for subbing for me. Chrono Trigger for the win. What is that?
You don't know what Chrono Trigger is?
Uh-oh. Bye Eli. He called you Eli.
Don't call me Eli.
If you call him Eli, you take the jaw out of his name. Remember that from Coach? You guys watch Coach when his daughter was dating, or her boyfriend's name was Stuart, and he called him Stu, and he said, "Please don't call me Stu. When you call me Stu, you take the art out of my name." Okay, not Eli, by Ellie. Book of Eli. Book of Eli was rad. I love that movie. So. What are you guys talking about, Elijah? Just video games.
It's my specialty.
Vertier games. It's not a specialty. It's a time suck.
It's such an industry. It's like comics would be time suck too.
Comics are a time suck.
Honestly, you're not going to speak.
I know. I was actually thinking about that today. About how we've gotten into a place where people make careers out of essentially wasting other people's time. Like entertaining, we spend so much time being entertained as opposed to, you know, learning or working or doing anything productive. And people just make entire careers. They make millions of dollars out of just sucking people's time into the ether.
And sometimes it's a relaxation. For some people, it's just relaxation, kind of like.
I know, but I'm saying that we live in a world. I was kind of thinking about it in terms of like Marxism. I'm in the middle of an anecdote.
Okay.
What?
When you have time, can you scan
I don't
these three
have time.
and send them to Andre?
No, why don't you have Eden do it? She knows how to use the scanner.
Can you scan these three?
Hold on, I have a new.
Send them to that guy's computer.
She can't do anything anyways because I need. Where the heck is it? I had a new USB. I have a new flash drive. I don't know where the heck it is. Dang it!
Dang it, Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby! Dang it, Bobby! Where'd you put my flash drive?
Right here, Bobby. Whoa!
I don't know where it is. I'll have to do it later because my old flash drive isn't working anymore. It doesn't
Okay,
work
then you can do it when I'm on.
All right, I'll do it when I can. Booker T, looking real jacked, baby. You guys see the intro on Ethan's new video? No, not yet. What is it? So basically, EVS. Oh, I like the design of this guy. Is he the same guy with the machine gun from yesterday's, right? Does he have a name? This? It's Lone Star. When Lone Star goes out on the hunt with the rest of the unknown soldiers, he's dressed up in his soldiering gear. So yes, that right here's Lone Star. I went to a buddy's place. He still has a VCR, and we watched old episodes of Hunter. Still awesome. Hunter! Oh my gosh, I forgot about that show. Hunter was on. Wasn't Hunter on right after Moonlighting? Booker T in the Flash. The last intro to the V. Oh yeah, he said that he was going to see Booker T today. What was that about? He mentioned that, but I forgot to grill him on it. Oh, anyway, so what I was saying was, I was thinking about it in the terms of like, if you read like the Communist Manifesto, Marx was talking about how we were getting to a point in our technology, that people didn't have to essentially work. People, that's communism. That's everyone gets to retire early and have the people just learn or play or do whatever. Basically, communists just want to retire early and then have everyone else, or have you know, industry pay for their life, their livelihoods. Because he wrote it in a time, I think it was like just at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution, or in the mid of it. And, you know, we were going from an agrarian economy into an industrialized economy, but we were not yet in our technically advanced economy that we have today. So he was thinking how, you know, well, geez, if people don't have to farm, because before it was like everyone had to farm and do all, you know, that fun stuff to make a living. And if we don't all have to be farmers, if we can create a system where where all of that food is taking care of us for us, you know, clothes are made by machines rather than by man, then, you know, a few people can work and the rest of us can just enjoy life. I mean, it's a real, like, bum mentality, but it was also a very, like, short-sighted mentality, because he didn't consider the fact that having this level of technology would continue to advance and create other jobs and create other industries and just create and continue to create. You know, capitalism is a system of creation and destruction. The life of everyone being, you know, farmers was destroyed by the industry of farming. But that begat the industry of produce transportation, produce storage, grocery stores. Grocery stores begat, you know, the sale of other wares, and those wares. It create, you know, you're constantly creating and destroying markets, up to the point where we live in a society where that Marx sort of hoped for, but capitalism is what brought us here, where a lot of people are just sitting around spending most of their time doing leisure stuff, if they want to. If all Marx was looking at was a subsistence level of survival, of living, if you're happy to just make enough money to sit on your couch and play video games for the rest of your life, you know, go flip burgers. Right? I mean, you could do very little. Go live in a house with you know, 4 other people doing very little, and spend essentially half your life retired in a sort of weird retirement state. But who the hell wants that? A bunch of lazy people. Lazy people and teenagers, right, Elijah? Mm-hmm. And it's gotten to the point where, like I was saying, I mean, to bring it full circle, that we have entire industries designed around wasting people's time, entertaining them, just entertaining them. Case in point, this. I'm doing this to entertain people. But, we're living Marx's dreams, just not through Marx's methodologies. Marx's methodologies were stupid. Elijah, help your father understand communism. And communism didn't work before because capitalists kept interfering. But what a short-sighted view of mankind, that it was just about subsistence, you know. Markets must grow. Markets must grow. Hitler was a socialist. Oh, that's out of the blue. Is it out of the blue? Except socialism. The idea that we can go from tyranny to perfect communism was flat out dumb. The idea of going to communism is flat out dumb. check out the icon Gary drew for me. I can't start flipping through stuff right now, man. I'm working.
Hey, Micah.
Go ahead and share it with me on Twitter, and I'll check it out when I have some free time. So what did CJ say? What did CJ say about, is he coming over or not? Did you tell mommy? Does mommy know?
No.
So we have to get an extra steak for him?
So,
No, you.
Can somebody close the door again? Barney Bro before they existed. Maybe out of the blue, but it's true Hitler was a democratic national socialist just like Antifa. Yep, absolutely. I retired, but I get stir crazy, so I risk it all to stand with you guys. Sooner or later, my name will be known and my pension attacked. But if I don't try, I can't look in the mirror. Why don't you sketch? You should do some like comic reviews like Zach. I think your comic reviews would probably be pretty freaking funny. You could do something like, you know, Comics Explained does, or Comic Storian. You could probably blow up, man, and you don't have to show your face. And then, if that happened and you just got like huge, you could totally help out, you know, all the Comicsgate guys too, in ways other than just throwing money at us. Not that that's all you do, but you know what I'm saying. I think you've got a good what is it, presence, or I don't know how to say it. I think you would do well, is what I'm saying. And you know, all of us would freaking would back you up, so. Charisma. That is perhaps the correct word. Thank you, Frank FG. If anything, I'd be like Umbrella Guy. I like to give my take on history and perspective, but my passion is promoting you guys. Yeah, but what we need is a friendly voice that can reach outside of this community and bring new people in. So I think, you know, we're all, you know, Tug and me and Flash and Ethan, and obviously I'm a very small part of this. We're all playing in the same pool, but if we don't bring new people into the pool or find new pools, eventually we're just going to cannibalize each other, and it's not going to last. And so what we need Comicsgate pipelines. Yeah, we need to be feeding fresh faces, fresh people into this pool, and we have to do that by reaching outside. And I think if you started a channel with your own unique take on things, your own unique spin on things, I think you have the charisma to would you stop? Reach out. So honestly, I think you should give it a shot. Art T Bear, like me. What's up, Art? Von Doofus for $1.99. Me like Mike. Take my money. Speak truth. Rock on. I shall endeavor to try to do so. Changeul, I spread the word to the gaming communities I am part of. Right on, Changeul. Right on.
oh my gosh, I just went up like 29 likes.
Are you guys all going to Bud the Spud on Webtoons? Or Webtoon? Yeah, so, I'm doing what I can. I'm actually advertising directly out to like some of the bigger YouTube channels to try to bring new people in. Hopefully that will work. It's, you know, I've gotten a lot of, let me see, where's my, I just started last night, And my video has already got, well, let me refresh this real quick. My little commercial that I did, that's why I did the commercial, so I could try to reach outside of existing Comicsgate viewers and try to bring new blood in, new viewers in. And so far, in just since last night, I probably posted this, I don't know, 8 o'clock last night? 9 o'clock, maybe? Pretty late last night, actually. I've already gotten 774 views on that video. And the point of the video is not just to get people to my Indiegogo, which I hope it does, but it's to bring new people into this space. And so I think if we all are doing outreach to grow the pie in any way we can, then we can sustain this community and grow it. So I tried with World Class. I can try other shows, but I'm hearing what you say from more and more people, so I can't deny you guys know more about this, man. Okay, I'll do it, but please pray for me. I will, brother. I'll pray for you. I think you have what it takes. You got the charisma. You got the talking, man. That's what it is. Especially when you're like just doing stuff on your own, man. You can talk, you know, and you say interesting things, and I think you have great opinions about stuff. So I think if you picked something, whether it was gaming, maybe if you did something gaming and, I mean, I don't know how much you game, but gaming and comics related, do a mishmash there. You know, review stuff, talk about the old comics, you know, whatever it is. Yeah, dude, I think you'd do hella well. So, hella well, LOL. LOL, it's hella well. I suggest it. You can't shrink the pie because EVS is going to eat some pie. Well, EVS is growing his portion of the pie via Star Wars. So we need to find every aspect, every avenue of pop culture, or, you know, any co-relatable cultural phenomenon. And build out from there. We need to constantly build. We can't just rest on our laurels and say, well, you know, I've got a million. Well, a million would be great, but I've got 100,000 subscribers. I don't have to do anything. I'll just keep these. You won't keep them. Nobody will keep them. Eventually, all of you guys are gonna fall away. Eventually, all of you guys are going to be like, man, I've listened to Mike for 6 months. I'm bored with it. And you may not even unsubscribe, but you'll just stop watching, right? Some of you won't. Some of you will stick it out. But that's the thing, is if you don't continue to grow your pie, your channel, then someday it'll all atrophy, and you'll just have, you know, a few hangers-on. I mean, you even see it with, like, you know, look at the bigger channels. In most cases, the older, bigger channels, they may have, you know, gazillions of subs, but when you look at their individual viewerships on their videos, it's like a tiny fraction of what their subs are. Whereas you look at me, who's just started, I'm like 2 months into this so far. I've got 1,700 subs, and I've got a few videos. Most of my videos have about 700-800 views. So about half of you guys are watching my videos. Half, I think that is a great ratio. Half your guys watching your videos, right? But eventually, like I said, you're gonna get atrophy. You're gonna get loss. And you have to keep feeding that beast. You got to keep growing that pie. So I'm probably just talking to myself here, but I think we need it as an entire community. We need to keep growing this pie and not let it. Not just assume. Never just assume that everyone who's watching will always be here, because they're not. They are not. Yeah, I got animated there for a minute. Hey, Mike, have you figured the stats for the Lone Star trading card? No, I haven't. I have not been working on stats. I should probably get on that. I'm gonna see what the other guys are doing first, then I'll deal with it. We were talking about like shipping and whatnot today, so I was giving the guys some of the previous information that I'd had, because I've been shipping stuff out of my store for years. So I have a lot of pre-existing go-to sites for stuff, and seem to be new to some of those guys. So there you go. I can still stat those cards for you. Oh yeah, that's fine, Chester. If you want to, hit me up. Hit me up. I'm findable. Frank, I will always be here for you, Mike. You say that now, but wait until I kill a kitten like Nasser. Demonetized. He said he was going to kill a kitten. How about the dog tags? Have you put that order in? No, I still have to design the dog tags. The dog tags actually aren't going to take that long to get, so but yeah, I do need to prioritize that. I just have a couple things I wanted to do. I wanted to get this page done. I've only done, gosh darn it, it is Friday, and all I've done this week is finish that double page spread and work on this page. This is not the kind of clip I'm used to, so I need to find a faster way to do this. Maybe I'm going to stop streaming during the day and just stick to streaming. Just stick to streaming
No,
for the Aloha Hour. I don't know.
no.
But
You are trash.
oh, you know what? That's why. Because I had to take my mom to the hospital or to the doctor appointment, so I was gone for a good part of the day the other day. Oh my gosh! Can they never close the door? Seriously. Fuzzy cute murder machines. Fuzzy cute murder machines. Maybe working in the office with 70 children running around is the issue. Productive videos. You know, that's a possibility. That is a possibility. I need to find a better way to streamline my time. I know I did spend way too much time this week arguing on Twitter, so I'm glad I have gone mute crazy with everyone who's just been time sucking me and getting rid of lots of that. So why you guys don't want me to stop streaming while I'm drawing? You like watching this crap? It's just inks. Nothing spatial. Truthfully, I'm working on 4 hours sleep and I can barely keep up with the streams, so it's no wonder you're slower than usual. It's tough. This is tough. Close the door. Any news about Lone Star t-shirts? Let me see if he emailed me back. Indiegogo support. Oh, I got another. Man, so this chick, I ordered. Okay, so let me tell you this freaking tremendous screw up. I told you guys about like all the dinged up metal prints and all that stuff, and then the failure of UPS and all that stuff that happened during Comic-Con, right? So anyways, now and I've had like several failed conventions between then and now. Boy, that's why another reason I'm really thinking about just getting out of cons altogether. I think it's time. But you know, I had my guy John going to conventions for me, but they've all sucked. The con season, this con season has been horrendous, and so I still owe the gal from San Diego Comic-Con, the printing from San Diego Comic-Con. I know that I owe this other printer as well. And you know, like last year or whatever, I would have taken the order, or I would have put in the order. I would have gone to San Diego. I would have turned around. I would have paid them off. But everything has sucked so bad. I haven't been able to pay these guys off. I paid them off a little bit, but like it's been over a month, and I feel really bad that I haven't been able to pay them yet. But I'm like, look, I've got this much money. I have to wait until the Indiegogo money comes in, or I'm giving you the money I need to use to feed my freaking family, just in order to satiate you. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that. So I apologize. But here's, you know, this money I do have coming in, and I will be paying you. And I'm not trying to freaking give you the runaround. So, yeah, I mean, I understand being impatient with people who owe you money, but it's just like the same as I'm not trying to harass the DeBells to pay me for Meg, because I know that's not going to help anything. I know that they will pay me once they get funds in, because I know Les. I know that he works like that. He would. He absolutely would. If he had the money, he'd pay me right now. So there's no point in freaking harassing somebody who doesn't have any money, you know? But thank God for this. Thank God for Indiegogo. Thank God for you guys. Thank God for your support, and that I'll be able to pay her off, because honestly, I did want to use her. I have like 3 different sources for metal prints, so I don't need her to do the metal prints for the Indiegogo fulfillment. But you know, she's been so nice and so gracious up to this point that I was like, I was going to give you this work afterwards, and I was going to pay you up front. So, if you don't want it, let me know. I mean, I understand if you don't want to work with me after this. But I was like, look, bad luck falls on all of us, and I'm sorry that my bad luck had to fall on you and become your bad luck, but you know, it is what it is, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. And I was gonna even pay her a little extra for being late, because I know it causes me problems. So I was definitely gonna give her something extra, because I've been causing her problems, and I'm still gonna do that regardless of if she's now started to, you know, get all impatient and whatnot. But she has every right to. I don't begrudge her getting impatient for me not paying her yet. She mad? She is mad. And again, she has every right to be mad. But I just want her to understand the situation. I will pay her as soon as this money comes in from Indiegogo. Unfortunately, I told her it would be the 17th because I misunderstood what it said on the Indiegogo site. It said the week of the 17th, and then it said that the disbursement would take 3 to 5 days. And I'm like, ugh, come on. I don't want to have to put this stuff off for, you know, that long. I don't mind sometimes, like when I owe, I don't know, AT&T or some corporation money. I hate owing individual people or small businesses with whom I've dealt with the owner and stuff. I hate owing people like that money. Because it hurts them, because I am a small business, so I know how it feels when someone doesn't pay you. And so that's like my first thing. Like when I get this money, the first check I'm gonna cut, or the first calls I'm gonna make, are to these guys who I owe, these small businesses whom I owe. And I'm gonna pay them up front. I'm gonna pay them everything, and I'm gonna give them a little extra for being patient. So Mike is a cool guy. I would love to help him with a video game. It would be fun. Thank you. Yeah, you can work with Elijah on that. I do a lot of tabletop RPGs. Would you be interested in a game for your Blacklist universe? That would be fun. Actually, you know what? I could send you... I designed a game. Actually, my son and I designed it. Well, actually, the first version of it, I just designed it. But then I did a version of it for Terraria. that my son helped me with. He actually did all the graphics on it. You actually do this for a living, Chester? Because I don't want to, like, you know, give people my ideas and stuff if they're not, if you ain't legit. But we designed a game, and then we were supposed to be doing it for Terraria. And I think it's pretty fun, but I think it could use some tweaking to maintain like a real fun element all the way through. Just a little bit of tweaking, I think. Game testing might help a little bit more with people other than me and my son and their friends. I'm just an animator. I can't code. Mike, is your wife Caucasian? My wife is Ashkenazi Jew, which is Lithuanian Jew, Russian Jew, basically. And then the other half is, yeah, mostly European. European and Native American. Lone Star is 6'2". Lone Star is side business, but I can certainly help. I have written a lot for RPGA. Oh. Cool. Written. So, writing. So you're a writer for it, or game? You don't do game design? But yeah, I'd like to have a team of people doing all kinds of different stuff. It'd be great to be able to not have to license stuff out, because I know so many creative people who would like just join as part of the Blacklist universe team for just creating our own stuff, and then it all out ourselves. I mean, licensing is fun and lucrative and easy and all that stuff, but that means the other people get most of the money, because you only get like 10 or 20% when you're licensed up. Grow the Blacklist brand. Yes. That is the plan, is to grow the Blacklist brand. I'm gonna take it in my hand, make everyone understand. I love the DC RPG by Mayfair Games. DC. You guys want to see some of the game I made? I actually made this card game back maybe 16 years ago or so. But then I lost it, and then I redesigned it, and then after I redesigned it, I reskinned it to be the Terraria game that we do, and so it's like a board game, card game type of deal, but it's sort of an RPG. If you don't like what I create, don't pay me. I'm in, Mike. All right. Grow the Blacklist brand. Well, I can't pay anybody right now. I have to, you know, build this company up before I can start paying anybody. Then again, you know, we could do another Kickstarter if we put something together, whatever it is. We could do a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo. And then just, you know, split it up. Did you copyright Lone Star? No, I have not copywritten Lone Star. Where is that? Where is the game? Oh. I don't know where my game went. Oh well. That's okay. There's a bunch of cards anyways. Mike will be the guy who abandons comics to move to Hollywood. No, I'll never move to LA. I hate that freaking town. Not me, man. Not me. I don't know why anyone chooses to live in LA. I guess if it was for business you could, but yeah, San Diego's so much cooler than LA. I don't get it. If you're gonna live in Southern California, there are way better choices than Los Angeles. Oh, sounds like CJ's here. All right. As long as you get IDs, background checks, and face-to-face time, you can fund anything, but we are basically strangers. Who will play Lone Star in the movie? If I had my druthers, Chris Pratt would play Lone Star in the movie. I like Chris Pratt as an actor, as a comedian, and as a human being, from what I've seen of the man. So, yeah, that would be a definite. Pratt. Who's outside my house? You'll be the head of Lone Star Pictures. Blacklist, man. Blacklist Pictures. Blacklist Pictures will be centered either in San Diego or if I leave California, wherever I am. It's funny, there are burgeoning movie studios in different cities in this country, so nobody has to stay in Hollywood to make movies anymore. It's not like there aren't actors everywhere. If you're looking for talent, so. Okay, I know this is a really small panel I'm doing, but I kind of dig it. You see? Lone Star's like, let me see if I can see. Like, pulls out two of his spikes. And he's like, bah, 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 like ready to go. Oh, hey! Comicsgate Alliance just emailed me. Let me see what he said. Or not Comicsgate Alliance. What it offers sales in a larger than the usual format. We're going to jury rig a setup so it's close to the correct size as possible without our exists. Once we run our own company and get better equipment, this kind of thing will be less challenging. It looks good. I'll either get it up tonight or first, then get back to me. Alright, let's see. Is he sending an image? Ooh. Ah, yes. That does look good. That looks fantastic. Oh, you guys want to see? You guys want to see? I could turn the iPad to show you. Alright, let me turn the iPad. Real quick here. Actually, let me pop it out of here. Those of you who are looking for the Lone Star shirts, he's doing the setup. Huh? Who likey? Who wants it in olive drab? And who wants it in black? I want it in both, and I want 5 copies of each. Oh man, you want to see? Look, what are you doing, Frank? Look, it's right there. Is that the only thing? Yeah, just those 2 he sent. Oh man, I want both. I want both. Dang, Skippy boy. I'm gonna be so excited to get those. Yeah. Maybe raise up the flags up to shoulder level. I'm okay with it like this. Shirt is great. So some of you want green, some of you want black. I totally want both. I want to be wearing this shirt like all the time. I want people to think I only own one shirt and it's this. Look So rad. I agree, roll the sleeves. Agree, I roll the sleeves. Oh, you roll sleeves, so you know what? I can see if you can put them up a little higher, but I don't know. Navy blue? No. Oh, yeah, huh, navy. Maybe. Maybe he'll have other options available, too. Alright, let's see. Respond. Looks awesome. Some people said to move the flags up higher so you're on the shoulder. All right, cool. Wow, I'm glad he emailed me while. Gosh, actually, he might be in the chat. He does pop in on the chat once in a while, so I would buy all three. Why not just wear a tang top? Roll sleeves. Why not just wear a tank top? Definitely getting the black one. I know, dude. I want some. Where are the yellow banana hammocks? I don't know. I was thinking maybe we would let Ethan do the banana hammocks. He can have the copyright on that if he wants. Yeah, I want a lot of those. Can I grill the steak? Is it steak time?
Yeah.
It's steak time, ladies and gentlemen. I guess that means it's no longer live streaming time. I'm glad that that email came in now. So he said he could have it up today or tomorrow. So y'all could be pre-ordering this sucker right quick. All right, fantastic. And so I think I'm done here. Next thing to do, background here, and then this big panel. Should be fun. Steaky, cookie time. Thank you everyone for being here. God bless you all. Hope I didn't say anything too particularly stupid, and if you think I'm crazy, I'm chill with that. Appreciate all of you. I'll see you tonight for the Aloha Hour, because I don't think I'll be on between now and then. So, thanks. Peace.